stage right here is the detachment stage. Because listen, all relationships end. To be honest with you, all relationships end. In terms of just regular relationships, they either end via marriage or you just break up. It just doesn't end. I don't hear people saying we've been together for 50 years as girlfriend and boyfriend. It just doesn't happen. So either the relationship transfers into a marriage or it breaks up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go talk about the connection stage, which is at the top. All right. This is at the stage where both of you guys meet. You do all of these things to get together. You either approached her or you found her on dating websites now. That's how it's pretty much done, or dating apps. Now, in the connection stage, what typically happens is you guys are knowing each other. You're having plenty of sex. You're getting to know each other personally. You might even meet the parents or something like that. All right, you're really getting hot and heavy. At that particular point, what you will decide is if you still want to continue to have sex with this individual and you really like them and you're developing some sort of emotions in that connection, you will move to the next stage. If it doesn't get to that point, this is where the vast majority of relationships head. You break it off. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, it just doesn't work out. Right at the point you want to post a video or post a photo of your connected buddy, be it male or female, right when you want to post it on your Instagram, that's when the relationship probably about to head off the rails, all right? So spare yourself. Don't post her on social media.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP experience. And I had to do another video before I don't do the video, because I try to do at least like 3 to 4 a week. At some point I want to try to do 1 a day, but sometimes I get a little knocked off track. Anyway, today's video is I'm going to be tag teaming with Coach Greg Adams here. He's actually the person I watch the most because I learn the most from him. Because I guess we kind of went through a same thing. Plus, when I came across his channel, I had like a lot of thoughts in my head because I was still nursing like a heartbreak, and for me it was like a heartbreak back to back because it was spaced apart. I had like a marriage that ended, and then I was recovering from that, and then I met this other girl that we was in a relationship for roughly a year, and then that had ended. And I don't know why, but that one like really crushed me, I guess because I felt like me and her was like really similar, and she had did something, the same thing that she had did with her previous guy, she ended up doing to me, the monkey branch technique. And to be fair here, I understand that our situation was a little difficult, and because I was still me and my ex-wife was separated at the time, but we were still married. So I'm pretty sure she was talking to other people, and they was like, well, he's still married and stuff like that. But me and my ex-wife was definitely done at that point, because she went to a totally different direction. And I think around that time, before I had met the new girl, I might have went back with her, and of course in both cases I wasn't perfect. I mean, I made like mistakes, like maybe I didn't do something when I should did something, or say something when I should say something. But I know in both cases I was pretty good to both individuals. You know, I did the best to my capability, and they was reasonably good to me too. But however, I noticed a trail off, you know, with the one that I married. Our thing was rocky from the beginning, but see, we was like opposites. We was opposites, but it worked for like a long period of time, which I compromised quite a bit. She made some compromises too, but basically in that relationship, she did whatever the hell she wanted to do to a certain degree, and I did some things I wanted to do, and when I really stood my ground, then came the tears, and then I felt bad, but we almost split up quite a few times, but we just worked through. With the other one, it was more of a peaceful breakup, but yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that right now, though. But anyway, I'll let Coach Greg Adams talk about the relationship will, because with that knowledge, I can see kind of what happened, you know, on and I can kind of see her side too. But however, though, if I knew what I knew now, I definitely wouldn't have got that serious or that deep with that person. And with the other person, I probably would not have married them, you know, because I think that might have been the mistake. But anyway, let's go.
Y'all, this is Coach Greg Adams, and I'm back with the Ask Coach Greg Adams channel. Check out my regular channel, which is Coach Greg Adams here on YouTube. But I am here because individuals will want to ask me questions, and of course, the best way to send them is to get me at askcoachgregadams@gmail.com. Don't send me a DM. Don't send me a Twitter if you want me to respond to you. The best way for me to answer some of these questions is to answer them in the form of making a video so that most people can get multiple people can get the answer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to my man, Nelson DW. All right, Nelson DW, he says, of course, I'm a big fan from the Netherlands. Can you show or make a show on how women break up with men in the same fashion you did the marriage will? The different stages from being in love to monkey branching and even moving in with Chad or Tyrone. All right. Now, thank you for your question, Nelson DW. Check it out, man. I did a video called The Marriage Will, which is on my main channel, CoachGregAdams.com. It's one of the classics. If you go to the main page and scroll down, or if you Google Coach Greg Adams, The Marriage Will, you will see this. I take you through the stages of marriage to about, it's like 90% of marriages go like this, whether they end in divorce or not. This is what marriages are. Now, what I'm going to do is try to make a video real quick on how relationships work. There's no marriage, but how the wheel works in a relationship. I got the whiteboard out. So at the top, this is the relationship wheel. This is the connection stage, which is the top, which when you meet. The next stage is the investment stage, all right? This is typically when you're going to invest emotions or some things financially. You might get into a cohabitation situation, and I tell guys, don't get into these cohabitation situations, all right? The next stage is still the bait and switch, just like it is in the marriage will, and then the next stage right here is the detachment stage. Because listen, all relationships end. To be honest with you, all relationships end. In terms of just regular relationships, they either end via marriage or you just break up. It just doesn't end. I don't hear people saying, we've been together for 50 years as girlfriend and boyfriend. It just doesn't happen. So either the relationship transfers into a marriage or it breaks up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go talk about the connection stage, which is at the top. All right. This is at the stage where both of you guys meet. You do all of these things to get together. You either approached her or you found her on dating websites now. That's how it's pretty much done, or dating apps. Now, in the connection stage, what typically happens is You guys are knowing each other. You're having plenty of sex. You're getting to know each other personally. You might even meet the parents or something like that. All right, you're really getting hot and heavy. At that particular point, what you will decide is if you still want to continue to have sex with this individual and you really like them and you're developing some sort of emotions in that connection, you will move to the next stage. If it doesn't get to that point, you either, this is where the vast majority of relationships head, you break it off. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, it just doesn't work out. Right at the point you want to post a video or post a photo of your connected buddy, be it male or female, right when you want to post it on your Instagram, that's when the relationship probably about to head off the rails, all right? So spare yourself. Don't post her on social media. That is pretty much the coup de grace to your relationship. Now, let's get to the next stage. The investment stage, which is on this side, the investment stage. This is when you invest something emotional. This is when you start to tell her how you feel about her, how important she is to you, all of the things that you believe that she wants to hear. All right, she loves it when you tell her these things. All right, she loves it now. That's going to be important to understand. She loves it now. All right, but now you're starting to put each other on your social media. You may get into a cohabitation situation. You're talking about moving in with each other. All right, these are where the biggest mistakes are going to be made, because you believe that once you get through these steps, you'll eventually have a successful relationship. Everything's still good. You're having sex with each other. Here's where the problem lies. When you move in with each other, or you start to invest and show these investments, this relationship, this financial investment or this emotional investment, this is when legitimately she starts to lose a little level of respect for you. Because the reality is, relationships are a break from the cock carousel for females. All right? When she's not in a relationship, she's doing monkey double backflips on Chad and Tyrone. Now, when she wants to take a break from the cock carousel, she gets with you. She gets with the individual. She tries to show how important she is and how good of a girlfriend she is. Now, she'll grow bored of that, and she'll lose respect for you.
Now, I agree with that. I think she got, bored. Because I know in the beginning of that, I'm talking about the one I was with for, a year. First we became good friends, and then we became lovers, and then we was in a relationship. And it was good to me. I thought it was good. We had little difficulties, but the change up was because me and her was similar. We didn't really argue like my other one. So, the arguments was more I don't know, it was maybe a sentence, she's upset about something, then I'm asking what's wrong, and then sometimes she wouldn't tell me, but I would be able to tell, and then I would say a couple of things, and then she would just brighten up, and then she would be happy or something like that. So we didn't really have no explosive battles, and that's what I liked about her, though. It was a lot more peaceful, but yeah. Anyway, let's keep the video going. I think it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so bear with me. I'm still a little tired.
Emotional investment. This is when legitimately she starts to lose a little level of respect for you. Because the reality is, relationships are a break from the cock carousel for females. All right? When she's not in a relationship, she's doing monkey double backflips on Chad and Tyrone. Now, when she wants to take a break from the cock carousel, she gets with you. She gets with the individual. She tries to show how important she is and how good of a girlfriend she is. Now, she'll grow bored of that, and she'll lose respect for you, because now you've given her everything. You've shown yourself to be Beta Brad. She loves Alpha Chads. She loves Alpha Tyrones. And you want to be over here, the jabroni over here. You want to be Beta Brad. Well, It's nice. She loves it that you pull out chairs. She loves it that you pay for all of the dates. She loves it that you set up weekends and entertain her. She loves it that you tell her, I love you. She loves it that you moved her in and you're paying 85% of the bills. She loves that. But you know what she misses? She misses doing monkey double backflips on somebody, all right? And you gave that up by getting into the investment stage. Now, she'll stick around with you as long as she can and get all of these benefits, but she misses alpha Chad. And what she's eventually going to do is, now that she's done screwed your brains out, now that you done busted and you got that post-nut clarity, she got that post-nut clarity, all right? She's going to start to try to go back with her friends, all right? Re-engage with her friends, go to girls' nights out, be in these places, all right? Where Alpha Chad is going to be. So this, right now, is the bait and switch, okay? This is at the point where she starts to withdraw from you via going to girls' nights out, by doing SHIT testing you.
See, now it has to be something to that, and that's a really, that's a sticky situation for like a guy, you know, because I never want to be to a woman like, hey, you better not go out there or I'm gonna bust your butt or something like that. I mean, you know, I know with my ex-wife person, she would go to girls' nights out and she would come back, and I'm not sure, she probably was telling me what I wanted to hear, but she would say stuff like, you know, oh, I'm so glad I'm with you because, you know, all the guys, they're just so like dogs and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, I kind of looked at it like I knew I was a good man, and I was like, if she wanted to go out there and F it up or something like that over some F-boy, then go ahead and do it. Now, I held that frame for a while, but then after a time, I started feeling like I'm dumb or stupid or something like that. But then I didn't want to try to hold her hostage neither. So, you know, eventually I started doing little things like I think I mentioned in another video, like friending like females online that might be in art stuff or something. And of course, though, she would blow a gasket because I guess a lot of you females are detectives. She would find out that I'm friends with somebody, and you know, like I said, it was never anything like I'm trying to set something up or something. And I'm talking about the ex-wife there. And she was real jealous. Like now I kind of know if somebody's really jealous about every move that you take. It kind of makes me wonder, what are they doing? Are they doing something? You know, because I mean, she was always like that, and that's why I always think like it was definitely micro cheating going on and stuff like that. And she did have like guy friends, so you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of them was, because especially at that time when she was younger, she was pretty. So I know a lot of guys was trying to hit on her. But see, in my arrogance, I kind of was like, again, that, you know I'm a good guy. I don't think it's too many guys that's going to treat her like I treat her, and then also be confident enough to let her just go. But once again, now I'm not even sure if that was like the right thing, because obviously over years, like the more invested I got, the more worse that she got. But anyway, once again, we're really talking about the relationship, Will, even though I'm bringing some other stuff into the equation of like marriage stuff, but with the other girl, yeah, I think she got bored, and of course, she had girlfriends that was like 3 or 4s. I mean, I don't know if all of them was 3 or 4s, but one of them was definitely a 3 or 4 because she told me, you know. And I always believe that thing that birds of a feather flock together. But as you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you always and you really like them, you it's like you know stuff, but you let stuff go. And you know, in hindsight, yeah, don't let stuff go because it always comes back to haunt you in the end. Anyway, let him wrap this up.
Where Alpha Chad is going to be. So this right now is the bait and switch. Okay, this is at the point where she starts to withdraw from you via going to girls' nights out, by doing SHIT, testing your emotions. All right, this is when she starts to maybe reconnecting with her boyfriend. All right, her ex-boyfriend. And now you're saying, oh, you're still talking to your ex-boyfriend? What's going on? I thought everything was good. You moved in. All right, everything was good. Why'd you go on the girls' nights out? Oh, we just going to have to the bar, just gonna have a few drinks. All right, and meanwhile, while you're not there, she's grinding on Alpha Chad and Alpha Tyrone, or her ex-boyfriend is there. Oh, I gotta meet up with my ex-boyfriend to pick up some of the things that I left at his apartment. All right, and then when she get in there, she's doing monkey double backflips. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, the minute you balk at any of these ideas, okay, you've already invested your emotions. You potentially already moved her in, and this is 6 months into your 1-year lease. Now, once you start doing that, what she's going to do is eventually start pulling away. And then when she does that, now she's going to call you insecure or all of these names, controlling, the minute you don't like what she's exhibiting. She's going to start monkey branching. She's going to start reminiscing on the times where she was getting her back blown out. All right, you ain't blowing her back out because you having romantic sex with her. You have basically marital intercourse with her. She wants her to get her back blown out. All right, she wants to get choked out. That's what she misses, and she misses that out there. But she's gonna still sit up under you, all right, and take all the benefits. So here's what's gonna happen. That's the bait and switch. She's now doing things that she knows an emotionally attached man, an individual who feels like they made a commitment, significant investment, where she's gonna start doing things to jeopardize that, but she ain't gonna ring up with you, bro, because you paying the bills. All right, so what the next step is, she's gonna start detaching. All right, right here.
Yes, the bait and switch. And I guess for females, I guess men do that too, but when males do it, when males, or I guess maybe some men do it, but when males bait and switch you, it's always after they have already hit it, and that was their whole goal of just trying to do, you know, because some guys, and this is only the guys that get it easy, like, you know, a celebrity, a Drake adjacent. Well, he's not, he doesn't show that he's out in the streets like this, but like a Future or something, to them, the only way they'll probably start really liking the girl is if they don't get it easy. You know, guys like that, you definitely have to make them wait. A guy that's like a virgin, or either he gets some like once every year or 6 months or something like that. I don't think it matters if you give it to him kind of quick. You know, he might get like pee whipped though, but he's probably not going to leave you real quick. So once again, I kind of believe that thing, like, we are only as faithful as our options is, you know, options and discipline. I mean, it's like a double whammy there. But you probably want to go more with them not having a whole bunch of options or something. Because, I mean, this is the thing, I believe, with men or women. They could choose you today. Like, you know, that guy could be faithful to you for like 1, 5, 10 years or something. And depending on how he's built, like if y'all not doing it as much, or either if he's tired of sleeping with the same woman, he might just drift off. And same thing with you. If you are like bored with the routine and you like him, but you don't like the way that he lays down the pipe in bed or something like that, then you might also drift out there. So that's, I mean, I'm going to do a separate video on men and women cheating or something, because only because women, I have video of women exposing how women cheat and that women cheat a lot too or something. So I don't need to actually do a straight video of women just getting over, unless if I, and even if I do one that is basically talking about the woman, I am going to address some of the cases of the guys too. So, you know, because I try to be fair or something. Anyway, he's almost done this video or something.
But the next step is she's going to start detaching. All right, right here, the detachment stage. Here's what's going to happen here. You got a few choices. You could just walk away, walk clean away, and now you have a legal issue with your lease. All right, maybe you left some stuff in an apartment, and now you know she got to return it. You can walk clean away, and then at that particular point, once you walk clean away, what she's going to do is portray the victim. Oh, he left me, or he didn't want to be with me. He was being too controlling. All right, and I couldn't take it, or set you up for a domestic violation situation. All right, so that's a few of the steps that you could take. All right, but you have to realize, once you break up, she will always portray the victim. All right, even though her friends know she was lining up baloney pony deep. All right, or she was trying to monkey branch. All right, she was putting herself in situations where people were paying for drinks or potentially looking to take her out. All right, all of the beta male orbiters that she has in her phone. All right, she was still talking to these guys, and her friends knew. But the minute you broke it up, the minute you pulled her card and said, you know what, I ain't going for none of this. All right, she's not going to break up with you, but she's going to instigate the breakup and allow you to break up, get to the detachment stage, and then once you break up, you're going to have to deal with a bevy of issues, because many times women just have an attachment issue. Okay, these are the individual women who can't be not with a man. They can never go stretches without a man. They will break up with their ex-boyfriend or instigate the breakup with their ex-boyfriend. But before that even is settled, the dust is even settled on that breakup, they're in with the new guy. All right, and then once that situation is on the ropes, she's already got the new guy lined up. All right, these are women with attachment issues. They have no intentions of being in real love, because they can't pair bond at this particular point. They're used to doing monkey double backflips on alpha chats. So what happens is, when you detach from individuals with an attachment instead of a love, emotional commitment, they screw up your life. All right, they start making domestic violence claims, emotional abuse. They take you to child support court if there's a child involved. All right, they make your life a living hell afterwards. They play the victim. They be all on Facebook and Instagram talking about, you know, if he couldn't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best. All of these crazy things. All right, and this is what happens in relationships. Now, some of you monkey simps continue to play this game over and over, because what happens is you go, it was her, it wasn't the rest of the women. All right, but the vast majority of women are these type of women. All right, cluster B, emotional, narcissistic individuals. That's just the reality of the situation. And you guys continue, you see the arrow continues, you continue to do this. You connect with a new individual, you invest with them, okay? You get emotionally attached. Then you get into the bait and switch, and then you guys all act shocked and disbelief that they're disposition. Then they detach from you. Then they become psycho, and then you find a new one. You get it? You see what I'm saying? So that is the marriage wheel, relationship wheel of the marriage wheel. Sorry, it was in reverse. But other than that, check out my video on the marriage wheel in terms of marriages. You will see how 90 to 95% of marriages go in our country. Some people decide to divorce. If you see what the divorce rate is in this particular modern marriages, and some decide to just stay with it. All right, they get into the bait and switch area, and it's nothing but a sexless marriage 10 years later. That's my video for today. Thank you for the question, and I'm out. Peace.
That takes two rare individuals that won't decide to just bait and switch the other one, you know. And as I say, like guys do bait and switch, but theirs is a lot quicker and easier to see. A female will do the same thing of baiting and switching you after she gets something, but it could be something like getting married, uh, moving in, um, getting in a position that she know you cannot easily just leave her. Oh, having a kid, you know, is just a couple of ways that a female can do that. And bait and switching is being one way, and then once you get what you want, the real you comes out, or you start acting another way. So, you know, and a lot of people do this, and it happens in almost every relationship. Not only the only way it usually seems to work is if one takes and lets the other just walk all over them and they just take it. Usually in the position of the man taking it and doing it. So, anyway, that's it with this one. I think I made it long enough. I think you get the point. And he did an excellent job explaining his point of view. So, be safe out there, men, women.
Anyway, for my birthday, all he got me was some flowers and balloons. Like, I could do so much better. Ugh. What? He only got you that? I mean, I got a good job. I look good. I got a house. Like, men looking for women like me. For real. Girl, you is so fine. These men will be crawling all over you. For real. You know what? You're right. You know what? I'm dropping him. I'm about to go out there and get me a real man. Yeah, girl. That's right, girl. You leveling up.
2 weeks later.
Why you ain't tell me dating was so hard? I was just telling you what you wanted to hear. These streets is hard, girl. You should have held on to what you had.
He cold. She belongs to the street.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Out.